This is Texas Tiger Digs again, and I'm going to do a little, guess you'd almost call this a live hack. But what we have here is the Garrett metal detectors bag. And Garrett, who has a great reputation in virtually everything they do, unfortunately their bag doesn't have a great reputation, and it's been known to tear relatively easily and give people a few headaches. It's not a very expensive bag, so people buy them and replace them, so forth and so on. But just in case you don't want to go through the trouble of buying them and replacing them, let's do a little reinforcement here of this Garrett bag to make it a little bit less likely to tear. Now we could do this in a very I'm probably going to start and then finish this later, but I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. The way to reinforce anything made out of material is to reinforce it, and there's nothing a lot better than duct tape. In this case, this is a version of duct tape, of course. This is Gorilla Tape. It's slightly thicker than your average duct tape, and I think that's going to be helpful for us in reinforcing this bag. So what I'm going to do initially is I'm going to reinforce all the areas at the corners, etc., because those are usually the areas where we put cans or nails in, and for some reason the corners and bottoms are always going to be the first ones to be affected. So this is not rocket science. I think people have probably been doing this forever in various kinds of ways, but I'm going to do it in my own way this time. To make it easier, I'm just going to fold the bag out. I was thinking about sticking my hand in there, but that really didn't make sense. You've got flexible material, so use the flexible material. I'm just going to turn it inside out. That's how to get it. All right, it's all the way inside out. Now you can see that this is not the thickest material by just feeling it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Gorilla Tape, and I'm going to build me an internal bag inside of a bag. So I'm just going to start. Let's start at the corners or the edges here, and I'm going to take a little Gorilla Tape, and I am just going to do a little reinforcement here. See, so that's one corner. And then I'm going to go to the other corner. Cool. Toward the zipper. A little bit above the zipper, maybe even a little bit below would be fine. And so I'm just protecting the corners. This is undoubtedly the weakest part of this bag. Will be the corners, and in effect, take my knife here and cut a little bit of this off. I'm going to fold it so I can cut it off a little bit easier. Getting easier with scissors. But okay, doesn't have to be pretty because it's going to be inside the bag. And then I'm going to do this. All right. I'm going to go to the bottom. See it there? Get good. Move it up there. That's cool. I can actually just take this edge and flip it up here. Make it sort of a butterfly fold, so I don't have to be cutting off the extra area. Now this is Gorilla Tape, so once you get it touching each other, it's not exactly easy to take apart. Let's see, I go there and then I make a little butterfly fold. Alright guys, see, I have reinforced the inside, which is now currently on the outside of this bag. And the only thing I really have to do now is to do a little cutting. my scissors here, I just simply do a little cutting right here. Just to get it away from the zipper area so it can still close. I'll also cut it away from this zipper so it won't interfere with it zipping up. Okay. So now I have a reinforced top of the bag, bottom of the bag, and let me take a look at the top of the bag. Now, I don't really see a need to reinforce that at this point because this zipper pouch means you got a double area here. Now up here, you're not putting pressure, so the most likely place for this to fail is on the sides and at the bottom. What I can do is, as long as I'm in here. Now you could do this all the way up, but it will definitely make your bag a little less flexible. But I'm just gonna go through that, and of course and there we go. It's not perfect because this Gorilla Tape is not always easy to handle because it sticks to itself so easy. But it also makes it perfectly good for doing this. Now I'm also going to do another couple of touches here. This is on the zipper, so that's not going to do us any good. So let me just cut it out like that. And then let me put one more little stretch of tape across here. Now I've not made this thing bulletproof, but as a person who does a lot of metal detecting, I do know that your main issue is with sharp objects, and there's nothing much sharper and nothing that we get with any more frequency than cans and can slaw. Can slaw will cut through the edges without any problem at all. Now, I'm going to stop right here. Now, what you can do if you really want to take this to the extreme, and this is basically an example, I could just simply go tape, 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 crossing each, and then I could do it on this side, avoiding the zipper, tape, 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 and crossing each, and I can protect this almost as much as you possibly can. So let me get it back. So I'm going to have to fold it back the other way. Pulling it back out. Now, by folding this out, I get rid of a lot of issues of fitment and trying to stick my hands in there and make it perfect. But there we go. See, now I've got a reinforced Garrett bag, and it even has a little bit more body to it when you do it that way. And like I say, I'm not going to do that here, and I might do it in the future. But all I would have to do is just take the Gorilla Tape I've got that's right now on these corners and at the bottom, which is protecting the most vulnerable parts of this bag, and I could just strip, 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 and all I have to do is leave the zippers clear, and we have a reinforced bag. Okay, guys. See, even the bag has a little body now. So it's just something I thought about. So it's sort of a live hack. It works for us with this bag that everybody loves to one degree or another. You know, but not everybody, but a lot of people love it. But the only thing is that it's really vulnerable to falling apart, and we have addressed that issue perfectly here. So anyway, that might be something interesting. burn a few minutes of video. So I hope that wasn't a waste of a few minutes of your time. But you know, if you got one of these Garrett bags, and a lot of people do, they give them away as giveaways, as gifts, etc. Just go ahead and do that. Now, like I said, all you gotta do is just strip, fold it up. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to flip out, but you can do it. It'll be like a Gorilla Tape reinforced box, and Gorilla Tape is not easy to penetrate, so that will aid in the structure. So that's all I've got on this. So hope this idea might work for you, and who knows, you might be able to use it elsewhere, and who knows, you might have thought about it long ago. Anyway, it's Texas Tiger Digs doing a little Gorilla Tape sewing. I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day.